This is Damon Stevens with Fenwell Builders. Today is Sunday, October 16th, 2022, in the stock market prep for this week. And boy, what a crazy week last week. Had a huge run up, a huge pullback, and now tonight looks like we're going to run up again. So let's get ready and prep this week out and look for this gap to see if it gaps up tonight. Look for a pullback tomorrow and a nice entry in hopefully tomorrow, if not, unless something changes in the market tonight. But let's get prepped out there. See what's going on, and that way we can make some profits tomorrow. So looking at the overall market, you can see Dow Jones last Friday closed down 1.34%, NASDAQ down 3.08%, and S&P 500 down 2.37%. Nice and red across the board, except for a few of the banks did really well. And we have earnings starting out coming up this week too, so be prepared for that as well. That'll create some huge volatility. Biggest ones looking for this week for me is going to be Tesla. And seeing what Tesla's earnings are going to be, and Netflix as well. Those will probably start to set the tone for how earnings are going to be as we get into this next earnings season. Look at the scanner here. You can see that nothing much really hit on the scanners. So we'll just continue to monitor that for opportunities. Looking at the E-mini futures right now, you see here a nice little run up here overnight. So we're up to 36.25 right now, actually a little bit higher as we continue to climb back up here. And if we get about this 50-day moving average, we'll be looking for a nice green day tomorrow. So we'll see what happens. Be careful out there as you're trading. Also, one thing to keep in mind is, looking at, prior swings, S&P 500 minis, 1 month outlook. You can see here that, we had this huge sell-off that occurred in the market in 2007, 2008. And looking at the chart that looks similar, that looks very similar to today, where we had this run up 2021 and pull back to 2022. And we're kind of right here at this level, right here, where, the market fell down to make a lot of additional lows in the marketplace. We don't want to see that same thing happen here. It could happen. We kind of bounce through this level. That means we could be coming down here to this 100-day moving average. So just be careful, watch out. Could have this fall through here, and a very sad look for the year if we have anything to match with 2007, 2008. And the Feds, they're holding strong. They're going to continue raising interest rates, and they're going to be aggressive. Every message they send out says that they're not holding back. So that's something to be aware of. Also, if you look at institutional traders, they're shorting the market more this year than they ever have in the history, at least back to 2000. So they are bearish on this market. So just be aware of that when you're trading. If you're trying to take any longs, just be aware. We're looking for a bottom in the market, but be aware that there's still a lot of bears out there. And also mid-year, this mid-year elections, typically see here, on average since 1946, and this doesn't mean this is what's going to happen, but just gives us a clue in what happens in the past that could possibly happen in the future. And you see October typically nice run up, mid-October, and then a sell-off in November, towards November. So, and then we have a climb, through the rest of the year. So something we could possibly see, but just know we're in this middle range right here for October. Could have a nice little rally here possibly, but just watch for those pullbacks. Looking at the news, nothing big as far as this week. More than last week was probably the biggest week. But Thursday, obviously, we had initial jobless claims. That'll continue to play in here, home sales as well. And then Friday, inflation expectations of Q3. So just something to keep in mind. And if you haven't subscribed, definitely subscribe to our channel on Fenwell Live. Love to have you join us on our YouTube channel. And we also have a website. If you go to fenwealthlive.com, where you can join our free chat and daily watch list, where we post our trades before the market opens, so that people can see what we're looking at, what we're trading, when we're getting in, when we're getting out. So check us out there. Definitely join us. Take advantage of that opportunity. And if you do want to become a full long member, this is a dashboard that you'd see, but you have access to live training courses, including a master course, and also some courses that talk about different techniques of trading. If you're new to trading, that would give you some ideas and maybe what type of trader you might want to be based on those techniques that are trained out there, and then group training and some one-on-one as well. So let's get into some charts here. So Ox, you can see here, we had this is kind of where we had that little double top, pulled back, a nice little rally, put in a lower high, and then we kind of pulled back, kind of, you can see here, we retrace about 50%, retrace back up 50%, back down 50%. So now we just got to find some direction on where we want to go. Do we want to break this 68.54 area or the 63 area to the downside? Netflix earnings, this could be a crazy move here. So just be careful if you're trading that. Earnings are high risk. So just be aware of that if you're trading money on there. It's pretty much a gamble. So in Netflix, you can see here, had this big pullback, nice rally up. Now we're sitting here kind of towards the top of this candle, right around the 20 and the 50-day moving average. So if we get above the 20-day, that's 231, look for some upside. We break down below 229, look for some downside here, possibly down to this support level 2014. Tesla, man, Tesla's just gotten beat up, and it's down here towards these lows, 206, 207 area. We're right down here, we're actually spiked down in this area and putting in new lows down here. So just be aware that as we put in lows here, we hopefully find support down here, 197.50, and can get a bounce off of here. You can see this just downward trend for a few weeks now. So just Tesla's just been getting killed, but it also provides opportunity in the future here to get Tesla at a discount. So keep that in mind as well. Same with Apple, nice pullback here. You see here, it just came almost down to this lower trend line and almost to the lows here. So 132.61, 129.04, those should all be support. We're at 134.15, had a nice little bounce off here, rallied up to almost to the 20-day moving average, then pull back down here. So we're kind of between the 20 and 9, just kind of, trying to find support. So hopefully we break out of here. You can see we're kind of been in this downward slope, waiting for a breakout. If we break below this low down here at 135, look for us to possibly put in some new lows. NVIDIA, just continues to hit new lows. It hit a new low, bounced off of it, then pulled back again, sort of back towards these lows again. So could we put a new low in again? We can. If we break this 108 level, we'll be putting additional lows in here, and maybe we get down to 100, maybe 95 on NVIDIA if it continues to show weakness. But the semiconductor space with China and everything that's going on there just continues to get hammered. Microsoft had this nice pullback, another low, put a new low in, popped up, didn't quite make it to the 20-day and rejected off before it even got to the 20 and pull back here. So we'll see, if we can get back above here, this 234 area, maybe make a run again to the 20-day. If we break below this 228, look for, a retest possibly of that 219 level. The other 10-year yield continues to be strong. So as long as these continue to be strong, the market's going to, be weak, more likely. So just be aware of that. Bonds are pulling back a little bit, and you're also seeing S&P 500 in the futures actually climbing higher. So there's a good correlation there. On the 2-year yield, same thing. 2-year yield looks like it's pulling back a little bit, which is helping the market to get a nice little rally here. Also the dollar pulling back after, kind of it's been in this consolidation right here in this little zone. So, it could be here for a while. This little zone kind of just chop back and forth until it gets enough momentum to break to the upside or downside. But just something to be aware of, that we're kind of pulling down a little bit. So maybe we'll have a good, nice green day tomorrow. And obviously this reflects in gold as well. You can see gold found support down here, and it's actually climbing in after hour at the current hour. So looks like gold could have a good day tomorrow as well. VIX kind of flat right now. We really need to break below 32 and come down towards 30. If we can do that, definitely be a good day tomorrow. SPY on a 1 hour down here on support. If we break this 537 area, look for it to come back and retest this 348 area. If we can stay above it, we may be able to run up here to towards that 370 area. On a weekly basis, you see here again, we're kind of right here flat. So, this is, a nice bear flag getting set up here. So hopefully don't break down lower. Hopefully we can get some support here in a rally and get back above the 200-day moving average. A triple Qs on daily, you can see this nice little pullback. Had a nice rally up towards the 20-day, could not do it and pull back again. So, if we break down below 255, look for new lows. and get back above, this candle right here at 269, look for some upside, maybe towards 270, 275 on a weekly. Triple Q's kind of right in this little zone area. So that's kind of where we're at. We really need to get it going here above this. If not, if we break, down here below where this huge section, but we should have support at 233.49. That's kind of where we kind of last hit some resistance and pull back. So that should be support. Look at IWM on a daily basis. You see here again, huge, had a huge drop, a nice climb up. Didn't quite get to our moving averages, did get above the 20-day and pull back again. So back towards these lows, maybe where we go, unless we can get a little rally tomorrow. Financials, huge spike up towards trying to get above that 50-day moving average. Did get rejected off, came back to the 20-day, but still learned some good strength there. So we'll see if we can get a continuation play up towards those 50-day moving averages at 32, 33. Again, Bitcoin just flat under the 20-day. Bitcoin just got to continue trying to move up there. You can see this downward wedge. So looking at some point, trying to break up out of that wedge. And then Ethereum, same thing. We're looking actually going right through the wedge at this point. Still flat. We've got to break that 20. And if we can break that 20, then we will be doing good. So looking for more upside on that if we can kind of break over that to that level. So that's our stocks, our cryptos, things that we're looking at in the marketplace. So I hope you trade out well tomorrow, and we'll talk tomorrow night and see how your trades went for the day and get our next day planned out.